research supervisees, karibu sana, welcome to my class, blended mode, both physically as well as online. Yes, today that I would like to make the corrections to the Sakina Paul, Niyabaga Sakina Paul dissertation proposal. Yes. Regarding the first page is concerns UK St. Augustine University of Tanzania School of Law, but I don't know why the logo is not inserted here. And when you write to the critical analysis on the implementation and the promotion of the rights, and here these propositions, O and on is the proposition, and they should not be capital letter, they should be a small letter. So this is keep in the mind. And this article also, the definite article, it should not be the capital letter, it should be the small letter. And conjunction and is there. And this is, I already told in my Stenja PhD thesis, but still, and you people did not follow it, and you wrote a critical analysis of the implementation and promotion of OF O should be the small letter because it's a proposition, and 2 is the infinitive, should be a small letter, and again F should be a proposition, should be a small letter, in should be a proposition, it should be I should be a small letter in Tanzania. And this I told in several times, this is a way of writing because the propositions and articles and conjunctions, these should not be in the capital letters wherever they used in the heading or subheading or side heading. So that is the thing which I would like to share to you. And I already notified that I am going to deal that today's Sakina Paul or any one of the supervisors work, but I did not find a single would be present on the online as well as in the physical also. But anyway, that I promised it, I would like to keep my promise because promises are there to keep, but not to be broken or to break. Yes. A proposal submitted to the School of Law in partial fulfillment of the requirement for the award of the degree of the Master of Laws is sent against the University of Tanzania. Okay, well and good, because 2 is the infinitive, T is a small letter here, and I and in, that is the proposition, I is a small letter here, and of and O is a small letter here, and F for far is a proposition, it is a small letter F here, and TH is a definite article, it is a small letter here, and of here, the proposition is a small letter O here, but I believe that what I cited above is exactly that same thing that a student has followed here. So now I am not going to make the content whether they are grammatically correct or not, but I would like to see the format and where the general principles could be applied over there, and that I would like to give the comment on it. But here the table of content is concerned. I don't know who said the table of content come first, but it is a proposal or the whole writing, I don't know exactly, but they say it is a proposal. Yes, sir. In the proposal, okay, let us see the table 1 content, but where is the subheading for the table 1? The table 1 subheading should be here. And please note the point, subheading should be mentioned there after the chapter 1. And yeah, of course, I found it generally here. Subheading it is here down chini. The general introduction to the implementation and promotion of the right to work and but how do you write the total the total title of the dissertation in the introduction, the chapter 1? You have to write the general introduction as a subheading in the chapter 1. That is the way of writing, not the entire thing. Or you write the proposal on so and so thing. So that is the way when you should have to keep in the mind. Yes, I told several times this point, but still the people wants to use the same thing. That means my earlier video classes they did not observe. Please observe my earlier video classes. How to write the research proposal, or we can make it the guidelines to the research proposal. That way that I made my videos earlier. Several videos I made it because to whom I guide in the same style which I am guiding to the Sakina Paul now. I share my file and I will show them these are the mistakes that you have committed it, and there you have to you have to rectify it. And here I highlighted it, it should be rectified. Otherwise, because they are there, here you have to write only the matter, only you have to write the subheading for the chapter, for instance, chapter 1, the below, you write the general introduction. So this is the way of writing. If the proposal is there, okay, in the up or in the first page or in the upside, you can write the research proposal. And writing the 1.1.0, never write this point after 1. And this one, you eliminate it. And here I made the correction. Please note the point. And there would not be, here I make the, oh, it is gone. Here I will make the comment. After writing the introduction, what is this? Let me eliminate this one. Yeah. Oh, it is not going. Let me go back again. Yeah. After writing the introduction, please keep in the mind, there should not be full stop after 1.1. Please note this point. Note this point. So that is the way one should, and it will be applicable to all the places again. And the background of the study, and the B is a capital letter, and the OFF should not be the capital letter because it's the proposition, and THE, that is the article, it will not be also the capital letter T because it is the article, that is the definite article. When you write the study is concerned, background to the study or the better background to study, that we need not write because it is already specified. So background to the study, yes, should be the capital letter. And here one should have write it. The rule is either you write the, when you are writing the side heading, these are called the side heading, which will start from the left hand side. So side heading, always the first letter should be the capital letter, except prepositions, conjunctions, and articles. They should not be in a capital letters, the words. That is the fundamental rule. Like here, statement of the problem. See, you wrote the P as a capital letter. But above, yes, you wrote the small letter. I don't know why you followed that thing. And here the research objectives well and good, of course, but I already told you that after 4, there should not be any full stop. Please note the point, and everywhere they make the same corrections. Okay, general objective, when you're writing the general objective, why you should not write the capital letter? Oh, here, general objective and specific objective, okay, write the O capital letter, and research questions. Instead of research questions, is the old style of writing, better you write the hypothesis. This is the old style of writing, research questions. So more better you write the hypothesis. That is a new style of writing. That is Sherwalo style. Hypothesis. Hypothesis is a singular. Hypothesis, SESS, is a plural form. Okay, now again the significance of the study, the research methodology, research design. When you write the research design, that it should be the capital letter because I told you already the method and the method of data collection, and here also D should be the capital letter and the C should be the capital letter. Here D should be the capital letter and the C should be the capital letter, which I made it and it's highlighted here with the red color. In the data analysis, and it is the analysis, here should be the capital letter, one should have to keep it out. Otherwise, it's a mistake. Literature review, scope and limitation of study. I don't know the sequence here. The scope and limitation of study you wrote here. Okay, limitation you can write here, but the scope you should write in the up view. So that is the way. And then you read the bibliography. Yes, it is chapter 1, general introduction. No, you are not supposed to write all the things what you are writing here. You have to write, just before I say general introduction. General, GENER, general introduction or general background. Either general introduction or general background. That should be the subheading for the chapter 1. Of course, please see that the font and the other thing should be similarly maintained because here the new Romans 12 and here's the background, but I made the caliber. If you make the 12, yes, it automatically the same font and the same pint. I mean, pint in the sense size of the size of the same will come over here. Now you could observe. So keep in the mind how much the space should be followed from one heading to subheading. The same space should be followed, but everything should be bold. And there is no punctuation after the chapter one, means no full stop, no comma. In the same way, and there is no full stop, no comma after the background also. Am I right? And here 1.1 always after writing 1.1 here point should not be written. Yeah, this point actually should be written 1.1. It's enough. So please make the correction everywhere. I need not to say every time. So here I am not going to throw your whether the grammar is correct, whether the structure is correct or not, because the right to work, fundamental right as the product. I'm sure that you have made a clear-cut idea, because whenever the mistakes would be there, it will be highlighted in the form of either green or red. But I did not see any highlighted things over here. So presumption is that it is quite good. The idea regarding the substance is concerned, as well as the grammar is concerned, as well as the tense is concerned. Again, I told you, 1.1.0, the point should not be come over here. So please make the point here. You write 1.1 point. This is the style of writing. Again, you wrote the background of this study. Yes, should be the capital letter. Already I made the comment earlier, so you should have to follow the same thing, and there will not be any repetition. As I told you that every footnote ends with the full stop, but I did not see the full stop here. But several times I told you every footnote ends with the full stop. And the CAP cap, generally all should not be capital letter, but it should be CAP cap. This is the style of writing, and it is the abbreviation, it is the shortening, and hence first letter should be the capital letter, the rest of the other letters should be the small letter, and ends with the full stop. That is the fundamental rule. And every footnote ends with the full stop. This is also fundamental rule. And EBD, EBD is a Latin terminology, and hence it should be in italics always. So whatever the Latin terminology comes over there, try to keep it in the italics. Okay, when you come to the Refugee Act of the 1998, I told you already that every footnote ends with the full stop. So every footnote you make the dot or you make the period or full stop, whichever it may be. EBD, no, I already told you the comment, EBD. No, there is no EBD, EBID. So hence it should be the italics, you have to make it out. So I need not to say every time. And here the United Republic of Tanzania, Ministry of the Home Affairs, National Refugee Policy, 2003, every footnote ends with the full stop. That is a fundamental rule. Yes, then the dot should become, and even you are writing the United Republic of Tanzania, you wrote good where the T should be the capital letter, U should be the capital letter, R should be the capital letter, and T should be the capital letter, but not OFF because it is a preposition. The Ministry of Home, I don't know why you did keep this. H should be the small letter, it should be a capital letter. The Ministry of Home Affairs and A should be also a capital letter, because all the ministries' names, it should be the first letter of the every word should be the capital letter. That is the fundamental rule. When you come to the matter of the national refugee policies are concerned, again the title of the policy or title of the act or title of the book, then the first letter should be the capital letter, because here refugee policy, the R should be the capital letter, and policy, the P should be the capital letter. So you should go in this way and make the two capital letters here, then it will be highlighted where you have committed a mistake, will be known to you. Then I am saving it, then afterwards, after the class is concerned, then I will send to your email, and that will be a good lesson to you, or the dictation to you. But I already informed you that I will take the online and offline class today, but to my surprise, I did not see even a single participant, and I did not see a single physical person also there. But I promised it, hence I would like to keep my promise. So more so, the right of the work of the refugee is still nightmare in Tanzania, despite, of course, I did not find any mistakes over here. So far, there is no green mark, there is no red mark would be there, and hence I can presumption that it will be quite good. But when you come to the matter of the same thing again, statement of the problem, there he has committed a mistake and you have to keep it. Every time I need not to refer it, because after 3, there should not be any full stop, or there should not be any zero, dot, there should not be any period after the 3. That's what I want to say. Yes, then we'll scroll down to the other aspect of it. Okay, but here I did not see a single reference here. But at least try to be a reference in each page. It will be quite good idea. The research objective, yes, again I said that the same thing, the mistake that you have committed is, yeah, this after this one you are not supposed to keep, it should be the 1.4.4. That is the style of writing, one should have to adapt it. Okay, now again the same thing, general objective, the O should be the, already I made the comment earlier, hence you have to follow the same thing, and here also specific objective, and you are also follow the same thing, because O should be the capital letter, and after 1.4.2 there should not be any dot or a period or the full stop. Yes. When you are writing this 1, 2, 3, always try to avoid writing the, you have to write in this style. Say 1, this is the style you adapt it. Is it clear? What style I did? I did not write the starter. I wrote the Roman small letter first, and then arrested I wrote. Is it clear? That there is a style of writing one should have adapted, but you are not supposed to keep arrested and starter and arrested both at the same time, because that is the outdated style. This is the latest style. Is it clear? The way that you are supposed to write 1, 2, 3, the small Roman, then arrestor, and small Roman 2 arrestor, small Roman 3 arrestor. So that is, but not the starter and arrestor should be there, because that is outdated style. See, here I also made it. No, it's outdated style, and hence if it is a 4, you have to make it like this 1, 4, like this much is enough. Okay, the research question, again I said you that after 5 there should not be any decimal or the full stop or the comma or any other thing. Again you follow the same thing here, what I earlier I made it. So here also the follow the same method. So earlier I made it in the above page. Is it clear? Say yes at least. Participants, where you are? Again I told you, no, after 6 there should not be any full stop. No. So try to remove the full stop over there. And then if you just scroll it, again the same, after 7 there would not be any full stop. And after 7.1, after there would not be any full stop or the period, the research design is concerned, and the D should be the capital letter. Because I already told you that who are the capital letters, who are the small letters when you're writing the subheading and especially side heading. And here the method data of collection, as I told you, you should have to write the D is the capital letter and C is the capital letter, then you have to change it. And after that 2.1, the point should be removed over there. There should not be point. And moreover that, okay, it should not cross the more than 4 digits. Digits like 1.7.2, these are 7 digits. And if you want to add the 2.1, it is the fourth digit. But you are not supposed to go beyond the fourth digit. Either you can use the small Roman 1 or you can use the small alphabetical, in that way that you have to do it. But in any case, the digital number of the side heading should not cross the 4. So that is I want to say. And data analysis are concerned, okay, A should be the capital letter, you have to keep it out, but again you did the same thing. And after 3, there should not be any full stop here, and you added it. So try to change the same thing wherever it occurs over there. Okay, now let us go to the Matthews. You need not to keep the bold, I can just keep it ordinary. Then here the citation should come immediately. Where is the citation? The citation should have to come here immediately of it. For instance, if you make this citation like a reference, where you are gone. Yeah. The referencing is here, and there the citation will come, and you have to use in that manner here citation. After writing the comma, no semicolon, then you can insert the footnote. So that is the style you have to adapt it. Again, the same thing what I told you need not to make the bold, just you write the italics, it is enough. But consistency should be there. If you want to make a bold to all the places. Otherwise, just you maintain. But generally, the people will not make the bold. That is the usual practice. So better not to make the bold, especially the authors are concerned. And you write the author's either surname only, but later on you can give the detail of the author in the footnote. Is it clear, participants? So now let us go to the. I already told you that when you write the one page, you have to write page full stop. For instance, you take here the page. Only one page, no? You write P full stop G. P full stop G 37. That is the style of writing the page. And Matthew reworking the relationship between the asylum and employment route J 2012. But anyway, that what type of the rewriting? You wrote the rewriting. There should be R should be the capital letter, if I not be mistaken. And generally, P Matthew, you don't write like that because surname comes first, Matthew, comma, and P full stop. That is the style of writing. I don't know why the style that you used it. But uniformity should be there when you are numbering it, manufacturing it, or making the footnote. And the same rule should be followed. Either single author, a double author, or three authors. Then the surname comes first and the initial comes later. So that is the method that you have to add it. Follow it. And here the S dick, no, don't write the S dick. Write the dick, comma, and S full stop. And comma continuation is there. There is the revival of the COD community of the service of the conglomeration. Congolese in Tanzania, Samani. The community service of the Congolese in Tanzania, that is the 2002, and here this 3-5, does it mean the particular pages? When you write, this is the style of writing the particular pages. 3 to 5. And I told you that all the footnotes ends with the full stop, but I did not see the full stop here, but try to keep the full stop because there is a fundamental rule. So when you are writing a single author book, yeah, you have to keep in the mind that which type of the referencing that you are using it. And depending upon that factor, you have to, but in any reference that you use it, but definitely there would be either after the author name, there would be a year, and when the article was published, or it will be after the author, then comes, if it is a single author, yeah, surname come first. For instance, take my example. I told you that I already wrote the general principle of law of contract in Tanzania. So myself with the another author, co-author also there, Mage, Mudiri Atman Mage. So we have to write the surname first, and the first name comes in the initial forms. Later on, the title of the book you have to write it in neat way, and that we are handwritten. If it is there in the examination, but in the research, you can make it italics, especially the title of the book and the title of the newspaper and the title of the article, and these should be the italics, and all the Latin terminology should be in italics. And the imprint also there, because an imprint consisting of three fangs. Number one, the name of the publisher, the place of publication. Number two, the name of the publisher. Number three, the place of publication. So that is the three prongs of the imprint. The imprint should have to also come. So these are the observations which I made it regarding the matter. Here I already told you, no, you need not to make the bold. Better you make it a small thing, ordinary thing here. And then you write a citation. The citation is very much important factor. Insert citation. After citation, now first insert the comma and next the citation. Next the citation comes. That is the style of writing. So when you go further, I would like to say here, G. Vendiriame et al. That I told you that the front name, there comes the first the surname. That is the Vadirame versus G, full stop comma, because it's a country et al. And others also. The others and at all or others you have to write when three or more and whose name you did not take it and you wrote only first name at the time instance, you are supposed to write the either at all or and others. Then the right in exile colon because it is a subtitle. When the subtitle will be there, generally it will be represented in the form of the colon later. So the first humanitarian Janus that face humanitarian Birmingham Books in 2005 and pages. When you say the particular pages, I already told you that how we can make the particular pages. Then you write the PP and full stop, and then you can say 2017 to 2020. Is it that? Yeah, 222. 217 to 2022, then every footnote ends with a full stop, hence the full stop should be followed over there. So this is the method one should have to follow and uniformity should be there. Then the scope of the study, yes, but generally the scope of study comes in the second or third paragraph only, but anyway that you wrote here, but that definitely the limitation period will be there, limitation. You have to mention it because there is a financial limitations, there is there is a substance limitation, there is a resources, the resources gathering, that is also limitation will be there. Of course, when you are doing the similar, other factors also comes, which comes under the limitation of the study. Okay, then I did not go through the content of it fully, but I believe that it will be quite good to my extent. And then you say the bibliography that you wrote it. When you're writing the bibliography, that's books you wrote it. I already told you though, there is a style now, Dix, comma, S, then full stop, comma, review of the Court of the Service Congolonian in Tanzania is published. If it is a book or it is a review of the Court Community of Service, when it's a review, to my knowledge, okay, let me presume it is a book at the time being. But every book is having the place of publication, name of the publisher, and year of publication. Like here, I could see Routledge is the publisher name, and year also mentioned over there, but I did not see the. I did not see the what? The place of publication here. So this should be kept in national legislations. Okay, very good. Very nice, very nice. And conventions, very good. List of conventions. You say alphabetical list of conventions. Better you say in that way. Because it should be arranged in alphabetical order. So that is the and conventions in the same way. It's in alphabetical order. You have to write it, whatever the convention that you have cited or it. Then later comes, of course. But I did not see Sakina, I did not see when you are writing the proposal should also have a questionnaire, if it is a questionnaire form. And the questionnaire should be in a open question. It is not yes or no questions. And it's an open question where if a supervisor, if a interviewee doesn't agree with, let he show the reason, and the reason should be given very much clearly. When you are interviewing, the and target group is also the important factor. Which target that you are going to make it out? So that should be given clearly in the in your methodology. Excuse me, in the research methodology, you have to clearly shown over there who are the target group, and the questionnaire should be also comes in the ending, because there is also a complete proposal how you go through it. In the research methodology, that you have to show that which type of the method that you are using. Of course, you say in general there is a doctrinal research, there is a non-doctrinal research. Then we can the primary source, the secondary source, and tertiary source. Yes, these are common things, but a survey method also a good method. That is called empirical study. And you have to go the villages at the time and you can make the survey and see that and try to make the survey analysis also and depicted in the form of the pie charts or you can use the bar charts or the pie charts, whichever you feel it, by using the application of the designing of the chart circles. Of course, the people those are very good in the econometrics or they are good in the GSM, as well as they are good in the tech, and they will know that how to make the charts. And the statistician also, they are good in the maintaining the chart. And here I would like to say, but still that some time is there. At any time the Cisco Webex may close. Until the close is there, I would like to continue it. Conventions, yeah, when you're writing the conventions, it's good. There is a better way of writing the convention, the refugee, like that. In case, if you don't want to write the off at the time, you keep the comma here and you remove the off. See, this is the exact way of the writing. After writing the year, and when you are mentioning the list, never end with the full stop. See, there is no full stop at all. So that is the stress. See here, Refugee Act you wrote, but you did not write off. Instead of not writing off, you put the comma and next the year you mentioned, 1998. Of course, there would not be any parenthesis. I mean, parenthesis in the sense either the circular bracket or the round bracket. So that is the way that you have to follow it. But what I suggested in the research proposal, and you please go through it, um, in the online, my YouTube, there are many, the research guidelines also there. Then I have given you my how to develop the research proposal, the guidelines to the students, law students to develop the research proposal. So I give the format also there. My article also published, and that I shared with the people. I shared with you also. So go through that one. But in this class also, I would like to share that article which I shared earlier to you. Second of all, I don't know what was the reason. You asked me that, sir, when you are going to make my a research proposal editing, but I told you that okay, I can do it in the both the way, either physical way or on the online way, but neither you are physical present nor online present. Not you, but any one of my supervisors is present, because it is your necessity, but not my necessity. But what I taught is clearly there in the record, and that to be in the YouTube. So no one can deny it, I did not teach. It is a proof which is very much acceptable in the court of law, if I not be mistaken. Because of the pandemic, all the arguments can be done on the online, including the chief examination, cross examination, re examination also, because of the pandemic. So, in one way, in another way, pandemic is the disguised form of blessing for the learning, especially using the e-technology, that is electronic technology and booming of the IT. So these are the things would be there, but still the time is 11:44 because we started at roughly 10:10. Yes, local time 11:44. We start at the 11 o'clock. So let me continue the 12 o'clock. But meanwhile, I would like to show certain things to you how you are to supposed to write it. So let me save this thing. Then I will open my, yeah, I will close this thing. Yeah, I say save. Yeah, there is a desktop proposal. I made it okay. And in the proposal where I made it. So this is the my article which I shared with you, and now I am sharing also. Yes, it's buffering, it's still opening. Yes, it is published in the International Journal of Science, Arts and Commerce. There is a legal research proposal for the students of law. It is written by me and one of my student. Now he is the lecturer there, in the assistant lecturer. Of course, he's going to finish the PhD soon, and he will become a lecturer there in the University of Dodoma. And here that I have shown that introduction, what is the research and how it can be done, and research process, I made it, and the types of legal research, I discussed it. I discussed the format also, conducting the research, and this is the model that I made developed here. See, 3.1. 1 introduction, 3.2 background to the problem and statement of the problem, significance of the study, and objective of the studies, which goes with the general objective, specific objective in literature review, and hypothesis. After literature review, the hypothesis comes. That is the right way of writing it, because you cannot enjoy the dessert before the main meal. You enjoy the dessert only after the main meal is there. Dessert means sweet dishes. Yes, what will be the beginning of your main meal? There should be a appetizers like soup. In the same manner, there is a sequence is there. I already told in the class also the sequence. Kwanzaa chupi, pili skin tight, tatu surwali. But if you reverse it, Kwanzaa surwali, pili skin tight, tatu chupi, and you will become a Superman. So I told you the sequence also very important factor. So literature review, hypothesis, research methodology, what type of the methodology used over there, then the limitation and the scope of the study, you can use it. But the significance of the study, that you can make it up. Sometimes people make the scope up. No, but here we can go together, scope and limitation also. It will be allowed. Yes, because in the limitation, the scope covers. In the scope, the limitation covers both the way. In one way, in another way. But a little difference would be there between the scope and limitation. And you have to make if it is not sponsored one, hence we need not to prepare the financial tables and time and research progress. We need not to prepare it. But if you prepare it without the financial table, yes, it will be a time limit to you know at what time that your research should be completed, at what time it should become the half of the way, at what time it should come to the quarter way. And chapterization also an important factor. See, you have to make the chapterization also in the proposal, because chapter 1 deals with the so-and-so, chapter 2 with the so-and-so, and either chapter 4 or 5. Generally, the 4th chapter or the 5th chapter should be the conclusion and recommendations. So generally that people will stay in depending upon the social science work and especially law, they do have their own what pattern would be there. But when you take the especially for the science and technology, or when you take the engineering, the first chapter is a general introduction, and second chapter the legal methods and what are the methods that you have adapted it, and the third chapter you are the findings, what you got it, and the fourth chapter it shows the conclusions and recommendations. But that style of the engineering we don't follow in the law. We follow in the law a different type of the chapterization. So chapterization also very important factor here, and then we have to go to the bibliography, either selected bibliography, and if there are annexes are there or appendices are there, yes, it will be shown in the end of this after bibliography. And here I wrote you how the introduction should be there, what are the factors should have to come into the introduction, and that one should have to keep in the mind. Then I already made the small bullets, like what are the factors or bullets which come under the background to the problem, and you please go through it, and what are the bullets which come in the statement of the problem, and without it would not be a statement of the problem. Regarding the significance of study, you have to make it out how far the study is useful and viable to the present situation. And what is the object which we want to make? Asante sana, sikiliza darasa. Mungu akubariki na kukulinda.